Ian Wright on the hunt for another cup tie goal that will surely send Arsenal through to Wembley at the expense of his old club. 50 goals in 68 games, that's Ian's total for the Gunners. That really is some record. Seaman's long clearance up towards Alan Smith, but Young winning it in the air. Carter playing it in, once again towards Davis. Wright crossing it in, and Smith on the far side. Merson's come in there, it's taken the deflection off the defender, Eric Young, for a corner to Arsenal. But Arsenal, when they get towards that Palace penalty area, really up the pace a little bit and look as though they have a bit of bite about their play tonight. Well, here comes the corner. Taken by Merson, curling in there, and it's knocked in there by Andy Linnigan, and Arsenal score with just over 6 minutes of the game gone. Linnigan's second of the season. Not such good marking here, but a good leap there by the number 5, Andy Linnigan. Martin just got a hand to it, but it wasn't nearly enough. Another angle, the same result. The big number 5, a towering header, and Arsenal ahead. McGoldrick then with the free kick for Crystal Palace. Floated there towards Chris Coleman. And Southgate has it knocked off the line by Dixon. And Palace were very close indeed then to an equalising goal. It seemed, well, there are 2 players down at the moment, but it seemed the moment Seaman missed the punch there, they were in trouble. It was Gareth Southgate who got the shot in without a great deal of power, and Dixon on the line to get it away for the corner. Runs very late for that position. He is going for it now, and he got there, and in the end it's Wright who's forced it home. Well, they were caught out by Linnigan from a corner earlier on, and they had the warning from an earlier long throw from Lee Dixon that Linnigan was able to knock on. He makes those runs so they just got a little flick on. Smith didn't get a touch to it. In the end, it was Wright who forced it in at the far post. So Ian Wright's on the score sheet again, and Arsenal are sailing towards Wembley. There's the flick, and there's the touch of Ian Wright. It was only after they were 2 goals down in that game at Selhurst Park that they really began to treat it as a home cup tie, and the task that they left themselves here tonight was always such a big one. Now Linnigan and Wright have made it even bigger, and Carter looking to add to their problems. Wright trying to turn it back in. Smith! There was a chance there. Davis looking for it on the volley, but it's wide of the Palace goal. And Arsenal nearly finishing the first half with another triumphant flourish. Jimmy Carter's ball in the first place was a little overhit, but Wright made the most of it. And Smith was almost presented. Well, maybe he didn't really expect to get a chance there. In the end, Paul Davis's volley, more danger to the cameraman than it was to the goalkeeper. And while you were watching it, the half-time whistle's gone, and Arsenal looking set for a Wembley appearance on April the 18th, leading by 2 goals to 0 here tonight, with Linnigan and Wright their scorers, making an overall aggregate of 5-1 advantage against Crystal Palace. Entitled, and you would expect them now to throw caution to the winds and really have a go at Arsenal. Here's Roger with the corner towards Jeff Thomas, knocked down by him, and Chris Coleman almost looked as though he had a chance of knocking it over the line of formality, and in the end it was Gareth Southgate who put it way over the top. Well, it looked like a chance for Coleman. Maybe he got himself caught up there, and that's why he's injured. There was a real chance there once that header had been made, and he just catches goalkeeper Seaman. Southgate then knocks the ball way over the top, and Coleman's in the back of the net injured. Can't quite make up his mind where to put it. Now he can, aiming towards Paul Davis. Ian Wright going in there too. Alan Smith's in there also. Now Davis with a chance here. Good save by Martin. And in the end, Jeff Thomas gets it away to George Endar for Crystal Palace, and they might hit something on the break. He's got terrific pace, but so too there had Lee Dixon. But a great save by Nigel Martin at the other end. Smith playing in Paul Davis so well. At least when they went down to Andy Linnigan's early goal. So credit to Palace for the battle But certainly all credit to Arsenal too. They're through to Wembley. They now face the winners of Sheffield Wednesday or Blackburn in that final at the famous old stadium on April the 18th. A classic north-south conflict then. Arsenal seeking to win it for the second time. Andy Linehan's goal put them on their way, and Ian Wright with the second one made it 2-0. So Arsenal are through to Wembley on April the 18th. Winners 2-0 here tonight. 5-1 on aggregate. You can't get more conclusive than that.